All right, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm out. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm nice to you, right? Let's load into the draft here once again. Game number 4 upon us. Match point here for AP Bren. We'll see how SYS adjusts to what happened the previous game, how they want to approach it. Bans already coming out. It is going to be SYS on that blue, AP Bren on the red here. So, is this the time they pick up the Nolan, or will it be banned out?
The Nolan is actually one of those crucial picks in this tournament. I think he should be banned. I don't recall seeing SYS play with the Nolan. Actually they played the Nolan against Team BTR and they have won. So maybe MP the King can actually pull off the Nolan here if they ban the Pivy, since they started to clear the road as Team AB Bren were doing throughout the drafts before. If they want a Nolan, they have to make him have the best way, or like a smooth way to be executed.
Clear the road for him, right?
Yes, clear the road.
Clear the road. If that works out for them, in a way, too, I would say that if they win the Nolan, it gives them a good step. But as we've seen from teams before, you still have to be able to actually protect the Nolan, allow him the space to work, right? That is something. Now, if you get a first blood, like we saw in the previous game, that already gets you off to a great start. But we can see, so far, it's not banned out.
Well, you can now play the same game that AB Bren played the previous game, and that leave the Joy and Nolan open if Team SYS actually gives you the opportunity. And not just that, Vivius is still out there for the take. So you have the mobility heroes, the really good mobility heroes in the jungle, and oh yeah, now they banned the Nolan, so by nature, I think that we will see a Joy being banned.
I thought you were saying bye, like goodbye.
Yeah,
Goodbye, yeah.
I felt bad when he got banned. Things could have been more interesting if he was there.
Well, I think, again,
For me, at least.
the plan here from AP Bren was like, all right, go ahead and pick the Nolan. But we'll have the Phobias.
Exactly, right? And
Yeah.
they kind of already forced the Nolan to be banned by themselves here because it's clear that they do not want to pick it up. They banned the Angela, not the Phobias. And now for AB Bren, there's only one ban left that we've seen throughout the series that's always been banned. If the Nolan gets banned, it's the Joy.
The Joy, yeah.
Right? Will AB Bren let MP the King play the Joy now without the presence of Nolan in their draft? They might do it. They might be like, no, never mind. They'll take, no.
There it is.
No.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Told
Nature.
you.
Bye.
Told you. No more mobility heroes. No more mobility heroes. Even though AB Bren could have given SYS the Joy and then take the Phobius for themselves, but now we will go for a classic draft, I would say.
Yep.
Guinevere, you'll now think of, oh, will we take the Farmis, maybe the Bruno, or the Valentina? So, or maybe we'll see another. I don't know at this point.
I think at this point,
Maybe.
yeah. For me, I'm thinking maybe the Bruno, maybe the Faramis or the Valentina, like you mentioned, Yasu. I think those are solid choices already here. And then usually that swing, that crazy curveball is in the second phase, right? And that's what I love, again, where we are with a lot of the flexibility options. There's the Faramis. That's going to be locked in here. And we'll see if they actually opt for the Bruno. Oh, Arlot. So pick that up, and now they're trying to cover their bases already. Is this the Valentina, though, from SYS to kind of counter play into this Faramis?
Deep inside, this inner child in me says, please, Kimmy. Please, Kimmy. Please.
I thought we were giving up on our dreams, Yasu.
No, like that.
We're going back to it.
We're going back to the dreams.
Because whenever I see Fu's name right now, I think that he can grant me that wish. After picking the Odette, why not even like go with the Johnson? Like, make it all fun.
I think now it's a bit impossible. They have a Faramis already. Realistically, I think for SYS, I think it has to be the Bruno, right? Kusei has found so much success whenever he has gone his hands on the Bruno, and MPLI as well, and then MPL Cambodia, and they go for it.
Why not the Valentina now?
Because he's not sorry.
Why not the Valentina now for team SYS soon?
Are your gears grinding, Yasu? This is what we like to say to our dear friend Midnight. His gears sometimes grind.
So you get frustrated and you're like, oh no!
Just how you reacted.
Get mad.
Just how you reacted right now to the Dyroth pick.
Yeah,
your
you were
gears are grinding.
slamming a table.
I wanted to see that Valentina. You have a Final Slash. You have another Realm. You have other picks to be used for you. Why not use the Valentina now?
Okay,
why even the Dyroth again?
Yasu, make sense of this for us. Why the Dyroth? I know you don't agree with it so much, but why Why the Dairoth and not the Valentina?
Maybe, just maybe, because I don't know what's going inside the Cat Dog's mind right now, but maybe he's preventing Team ABPR from taking tanky heroes so that they go for, I would say, a swift approach, just a fast approach, and they don't go for these stationary heroes like the Minotaur maybe at some point. But we don't know actually, because Arlott is kind of a flex pick, so you can use him either in Rome or even XP. Again, I don't see the use of the Dairoth.
Let's see, maybe...
It's so early, right?
It is pretty early. It's the same, basically, pick order as game number 1, when they actually did pick up the Dairoth. But this time, they have the Bruno, so it makes more sense. They have proper damage, instant damage, instead of the Quad from game number 1. But the Brody, let's talk about the Brody. Even though we've seen Brody as quite a hot pick in M5, he's been horrible win rate-wise. Abysmal win rate. Oh, say goodbye to the Helker.
All right, that's interesting that they decided to ban that out, but hey, they're covering their bases. We're gonna go with that. There's a good response too, because we know, you know, Kyle TZ loves that Fanny if he gets his hands on it. So right now, the Brody, it is kind of a head scratcher, right? For the most part, it's picked up so much, but the win rate just isn't there, right? And going against the Bruno, in this way, it's like, all right, well, at least you want to play with some distance. You have a Guinevere across from you. Dairoth is gonna try his best to flicker and get the, you know, the penetration and the Bism strike and everything else off. So Brody is just one of those heroes, I feel like it's either that or the clip, really. Like, you're trying to work with some space, some distance, obviously to just get those marks off, get the torn apart memories from a distance and safety, while having that Netherrealm and even the peel potential from a final slash. So it could just end up being one of the safer options for ABPR right now.
Well, for Team SYS, I would say that they are doing the same mistake as the first draft in this series, which not having the suitable crowd control or someone to get in and tank the damage. I wouldn't suggest having your jungler as your front laner, as the one to sacrifice, as the one to initiate a team fight. So I wouldn't suggest the Guinevere. Oh, even like, although she can be used as a roam, but so far for me, she is a jungler. So the Valentina not being banned by Team ABPR, I think they are going for those heroes who will not have the mobility that they should, I would say, have, because the Dairoth already prevents you from being stationary, prevents you from having these tanky heroes. So, I don't know. Lilia? I would say a Valentina better. Yeah, I would say Valentina was a better ban here.
Okay, well, they pick up the Akai now, and that's 3 big ultimates. So overloading the Valentina might be why they actually banned out the Lilia instead of the Valentina. They want SYS to pick up the Valentina. They say, go ahead. Which ultimate are you going to take? The Final Slash, the Netherrealm, or the Heavy Spin, right? It's all up to you, confusing the Valentina user. Now, it's the question of whether the Guinevere is going to be flexed into the roam position or will it be used as a jungler. Because at this point, what does Moxie use? There's so much disengage. There's proper dive as well. Safest choice, Minotaur. Has to be, right?
Oh, there it is. Good call. Novaria, Minotaur. Provide yourself with the vision, the setup potential as well. You get a lot of CC in favor for SYS, and then you match in with the Bruno, right? Eventually, it's very quickly scaling. Usually needs those 2 items to get going, and then from there, if everything is layered correctly as they need to, you whittle them down with the Novaria, and you have the vision to provide that opportunity utilizing the Minoan Fury. You break down some of the armor, right, with the Dairoth, if they make it work this time, and then you can kind of follow up from there. Also very safe with the spatial migrations and then everything else. It could all fall into place. My biggest concern is across from them. The lineup so far from ABPR, Netherrealm alone, helps kind of negate a lot of that early pressure setup. And then you talk about Paquito once again. MVP Cannon. Performance from earlier, Mr. Cannon. Picks up that Paquito. The gloves are going to be loaded again.
FDP. FDP. Full damage Paquito.
Yep, FDP.
Right
would
hook,
be proud.
Left hook, and a knockout.
LWP.
Keep going.
Making up.
What's the next one?
WTNO. What's the next one? I can keep going all day, bro.
Well, let's let Yasu break this down real quick. Yasu, how's it looking?
Well, it looks It looks good for both teams actually, but I would lean towards Team ABPR because they go for the classical approach for me. But Team SYS making up for the front laning by giving the vision by the Novari is actually good, but the Maleficor at some point for the Brody with the torn apart memory will be lethal.
Well, lethal or not, we're going to find out here as we load into the land of Dawn. It's match point for ABPR. Looking to close out the series here for SYS. Can they utilize this composition to take it to a game of 5 for this first of best of 5 series ahead of us as both teams get us situated here? A big part of this will also be on this early rotation from SYS. MP the King relying on the rest of the team here, and also that XP lane matchup between the Tyroth and the Paquito.
Well, there is something I want to speak about before we get into the action of this game. I think that Mirko is already off with the prediction, so I don't know how does your curse actually work. Can you explain it to me?
That's the glory, that's curse. The beauty of it.
There is no explanation.
There's no explanation.
You're just cursed.
Yes.
It's either cursed or blessed.
It's a passive technique. You know, you never know when the cooldown is on or off. Yep. Felix knows when the cooldown is on or off, though. He just jumps in, zones Ogwin away, does a lot of damage, and even in the lane. See, wow, all right, Kusei loves Master Assassin. He's a laner by heart. Look at that. Every single game, Master Assassin so far.
He wants to win his lane, and this is actually a really good thing, but looking here at the emblems, I would say that the Novari is also going for a really good damage approach. And for Team SYS, the Tyroth actually makes more sense now after adding some heroes who can be a little bit tanky. But it's gonna be so hard for you to engage and disengage with the Tyroth once again.
Okay, so a lot of this early poking back and forth so far. But with the lineups here, you're not really expecting anyone to go down just yet, right? A lot of these need that level 4 ability to set things up, to turn the tide in some of these early skirmishes. So, Turtle just about up, but look at the focus already on the bottom side too. Trying to put some pressure there, but Ra gonna be there to back him up.
Oh, Ogwin getting some good damage in with the Vengeance. MP the King has been chunked quite low, but so has Flapteezy. The bottom side, wait! First blood with a Requiem Few. This might be a double kill. Shadow Stampede bring them back. One more Ghost Bursters might be able to do it. MP still surviving. Another knock-up as MP pops the regen. And Kalteezy secures the Turtle, bringing Felix back, trying to pin him down. But Felix is able to maneuver just as good. Who's it worth for? Turtle and kill.
I would say the Turtle at this point because the kill wouldn't make up for the shield given to your gold lane, and also wouldn't give up for the amount of gold distributed equally to your teammates generally. So I would take a Turtle over a kill, even though SYS are in the lead, but bringing this... Oh, what? What?
Oh, what the heck just happened there? Rah!
Wow.
That's literally what Ra said while he shot him down.
Rah.
Yeah, that's how he says it. Also, run with the ball. Bruno and Brody faced 20 times in M5 so far, and Bruno has won 16, 80% of the games. That is the matchup. Flap.
Getting got him. Some strike not used with the flicker this time. Still on cooldown, but 80% is a big number. Oh, another Astral Spear from downtown from Ra.
If he gets a sniper off every time this whole game, you got to do it.
Just got to do Ra, Ra, Ra.
Well, Ra right now is giving a hard time for Team ABPR to recall or like to even have some time to breathe. But look here at the spells, because this is the most thing that actually catches my eyes all the time. Super Marco should be punished after using his flicker, but yet Team ABPR, SYS are not utilizing their resources on the gold lane, because not having the flicker on a gold laner is actually lethal, and also Kosei. So this is the time for both of these teams to focus and to take down one of these marksmen down.
With that, putting the pressure here already in the side of the jungle, getting a flicker out though, so they work around that. But ABPR wants to put pressure resource-wise, leading into that first Turtle. So with Ogwin, no flicker, they'll work around that. Also, MP the King picked up the Genius Wand, so really he wants to kind of whittle them down in the magic-resistant department. And then Ra is there to get those shots off. We'll see if that all plays a part and how things kind of unfold. But once again, they're going to battle it out.
4-man reveal now as that spatial migration doesn't connect. And Flapteezy, oh my goodness gracious! What is that damage? MP the King got knocked out.
That was a knockout.
Holy.
From Flap.
What?
Flap is just furious at this point. Surya and Felix right now is trying to hold that orange buff, but it's gonna so hard.
Boxy's coming down right now with the help of the Wisdom Strike. The final slash displaces them for a bit. AP Bren looking for the orange buff. Calteezy retrieves it and gets out with a headbutt. Ogwen jumping with a vengeance. View, Ghost Bursters, healing coming down. Boxy still able to heal for a bit, but Flap, Teasy, Mr. Cannon, he has the cannons in those hands.
And you can't, it's going to look like it did back in what, game 2 it was? What, game 3, game 1, whichever it was, but when Flap Teasy gets these kills, gets these leads, it gets deadly here. The aggression that comes through is going to be a problem.
And Few got that one. MP the King actually missed out and now gets knocked out again. It's 3 kills on the cannon.
Someone stop Flap Teasy. Someone stop this guy. He's he's too annoying for Team SYS. And I was actually, my eyes were on the top lane because Kosei was so far behind that turret and Super Marcus just got under his skin. He's just focusing on making those zone plays. And Kosei is just falling into them.
Well, as we see things unfold here, Yasu, take us through the items. Anything sticking out with this nearly 2K gold lead for AP Bren?
I would say that Kyle is working with the gold he has, buying those half items, going all the way through, taking all the objectives he needs. So, Flap.
Good flick around.
Shut down.
Requiem comes down with the Abyssum Strike. It's a shutdown. Finally to Flap Teasy. But man, what a lethal Paquito. Every single... Is he going full damage again, bro?
Yeah, most likely a very similar build from what we saw in the previous time that he brought it down this series. But right now, that was a good pickoff for SYS, able to find something, but now on the bottom side.
MB.
A full dive, 3-man, final slash onto Super Marco's side. And he gets the kill, picks it up for free. Now the bottom lane free, and SYS, they're looking for a... to zone Calteezy up top. Flap rotating up top, and also look here. Heavy spin, trying to pin them down, gets 2! And this might buy him enough time. The Minute Fury with the flicker, and then the round comes down, but Kyle still falls. Meanwhile, Kusei able to slide tackle out just in a bit. Ogwen uses the final slash, but Kusei flickers out. Now it's Felix again in the midst of 3 members. Able to dash out just barely. The Turtle saving him for a bit. Baptiste, one more hit. Left, right, good night. Boxy the King is next. The Torn Apart Memory takes him out. It's a Requiem, this time on the Flap, and a snipe down from Ra.
Good response. Once again, the back and forth. But SYS still showing life here. Turtle still not going to be committed on, but AP Bren finding some kills as well. Real quick, how's the items?
The items right now with the Milpicor, as I told you, he's going to be a nightmare for them with this torn apart memory. Super Marcus just showed up after taking 2 turrets for Team AB Bren. He finished his duty on top lane. He just said, like, why not go for bot lane? He also got the bot lane, came back for the torn apart memory. Their own Boxy the King getting a kill upon him. And not just that, Flap Teasy actually got 2 items in just 8 minutes with the Paquito on the XP lane. Like, regularly we don't see the XP laners shine that much with the damage, but yet he have 2 items of pure damage so far.
Oh no, Felix. He's sorry, don't do it to him. Killing spree down below. They've had enough of Flap Teasy, but the other Teasy brother wants some revenge. The rest of the team rotating down below. They're still going to go in for it. Spatial migration onto Calteezy with no heavy spin right now. Boxy knocks him up again, but the Panda likes the odds of a 1v3. Now it's Ogwen who's coming down. Slide tackle from Kusei. Few with another round. The final slash to bring them under the tier 2. Now it's just Kusei versus the world, and Ogwen takes him down.
Another good response there from AP Bren, able to read the map, read the play. They make their own punishing maneuver, and now all this, once again, eyes set on the mid lane. Gonna put the pressure where they can, so see you soon. They've got some fight still in them. They have to be able to choose some of these battles a little bit better as they approach into these objectives. This is what AP Bren wants to do, cause some chaos, cause some havoc here. As now they put the pressure into the jungle.
Well, Super Marco here adding up some physical damage. I know, like, speed attack to his emblem, having this Demon Hunter sword and also melting down these tanky heroes is actually something that I wouldn't have imagined to be happening in 9 minutes of time. ABPR, look at the damage dealt here. I wouldn't actually think that it was few, but apparently he is up there in the charts. I would have said that Ogwayne, even though he is the roamer, he's doing quite a lot of damage.
Final slash, Minus Fury onto 3, but he gets deleted before he can even get that down. The Astral Fear is able to dish out some damage toward our memory. Taking Felix low. Calteezy going back to his own purple buff. A good snipe again from Ra, but none of ABPR's members gets taken out.
Yep. They got the eyes here on Calteezy. He's going to go ahead and start up this Lord here. First one in the game. Will wait up. Boxy, just a couple seconds, will be spawning. So full force, 5 versus 5 if they want to go ahead and dance for this Lord. It will go for a reset. Still got Flap also putting the pressure on the bottom side. This is what we expect when he has this kind of lead. Put pressure on these side lanes. SYS might have to manage it, might have to respond to it, but right now it looks like they're just looking for a setup of their own against ABPR here.
Yeah.
As they get in position. Once again, ABPR having this small lead can work around this, but the shots from Ra, who has not died yet, they gotta respect that damage.
Oh.
Minus Fury. Ogwayne flickers out the safety. Calteezy gonna be knocked up by both the Lord and the minion. And now it's Flapteezy who goes in all alone, gets punished for it. Kusei. It's the same for him, but he's still going to be able to lifesteal back with the purple buff in his own jungle. ABPR down 1 member.
Well, Team SYS, I have to give it to them. They are really good in team fights, but macro-wise, Team ABPR are just dealing a lot of losses to the side of Team SYS when it comes to the turrets, because on the side lane they are just losing right now.
Boxy brought back to the team right now with insane execution by Super Marco. MP with the spatial migration onto the bush right now, as that's going to be a full-on fight from ABPR going in, but Ogwayne, he steps out of the nether realm toward our memory from Super Marco!
Whoa.
The fadeaway. Super Marco gets the kill with some finesse. And now with that, 2 down for SYS. It's only Ogwayne gone for ABPR. This is a position for ABPR to secure this Lord here as they make their way to secure it and then get these turrets, work with the space. SYS, not much they can do here.
The wave management for Team SYS have to get a little bit better if they want to pull up a solid defense. They do have the heroes to defend at least this Lord, because this Lord is coming in a really critical time, but yet it's defendable. It is defendable with the crowd control giving like Boxy the King, also MP the King. Oh, we have a really hero counter matchup count here, right, Naisu?
Love this theoretical win rate, right? Brody, just a little bit less than the Bruno.
Oh, Flap.
1v1. Flap the shield. Now boxing, weaving, Super Marco, torn apart memory. He brought 3 extra members to a 1v1. Now it's MP who's looking for a miracle run. Spatial migration, jumping on the field, dealing some damage. But now with the Nether Realm, it is all but done for MP in that bottom lane.
Okay, well, they're going to make quick work of this Lord here once again. First one of the game. Be able to handle that just fine. So they bought some time, but ABPR still going to focus on these resources and the turrets where they can get them. Ogwayne also might look for his own initiation, holding on to that final slash alongside the flicker here. Still eyes now set on that bottom. The pressure was put on these turrets, but ultimately can't break into the base of SYS just yet.
Super Marco with 7-1-0 KDA. He's just, right now, he's just a force of nature. No one can stop him. Ogwayne here with the final slash. He couldn't find his target, but Team SYS, if they actually pulled it off for a little bit longer, they can make up a really good team fight. But let's have a look here at the itemization. The Gold Rose Meteor from the Paquito, he actually acknowledges the damage output coming from Ra, and not just Ra, also from MP the King, but yet he's going for a full damage setup. And for Brody, he is set, he is here, and he is ready to deal the maximum damage any Brody can deal.
Yeah, and with that, look at this gold lead in terms of the gold laners alone, right? It's massive. But if SYS is somehow, some way able to take care of Super Marco, and if that's just whittling him down from shots from afar, that could be a great setup here.
Count just face check that. Now it's Feel. Oh, beautiful final slash. Onto Boxy. No, now it's going to be Boxy the King who winds up in his fury. Another round right there. And Boxy the King gets knocked out, gets punched out of the game. It's turned around completely by AP Bren. Ra shoots him down, but sorry, I'm Felix. Gets caught in the vengeance.
Oh, when you're a roamer. Goes in again. Very decisive from AP Bren to decide that now, furthering the lead here. 15 seconds to the Lord. And it's looking dire for SYS soon.
Oh, miscommunication. Miscommunication by team SYS soon. Just having Boxy the King using all what he have in his sleeves have been just used for nothing.
Yep.
Just a loss. 3 of his members are down. And Team ABPR now, they get to get the Enhanced Lord also to have more pressure when it comes to the minions. And at this point, actually, I wonder, how can Team SYS soon pull off a next good defense?
They got, well,
wow.
Ouch.
Speaking of defense, let's talk about just the Lord first. They're not even able to walk up. Super Marco with another double. 1-1-1-1. 11-1-1. That's why he's the #1 goal laner right now.
I can hear him right now, man. Whoa. 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 11-1-1. Whoa. Right now, still.
Oh, flat.
What? Left, right. Good night. The footballer losing to the boxer. Not surprising, technically, if you know.
Yeah. Think about it.
Think about it.
Well, right now, they got to deal with this Lord. Bottom side, going to be focusing down there. See you soon. Boxy's going to be up. MP the King's now up.
Oh, no.
That's the sound effect.
Yeah.
For those wondering. You know, some people watch without sound, by the way.
Absolutely. A lot of people do, actually. A lot of people play without the sound. And now Final Slash. Felix not able to get this placed all the way. Calteezy doesn't even need the minion waves to help Super Marco get that turret in mid lane. As that's the Lord walking back and forth. AP Brent looking for the end right here in the 16th minute of the game. Super Marco positioning in the back. Astral Echo revealing all 4 members. Only few not revealed. Final Slash bringing Boxy back. The immortality gets popped in his life as well. Felix chunked down. Topside wave. Clearing out the Lord, or the base rather.
Okay, base gonna be fully exposed here. Couple more waves pushing in. But they're actually gonna push this one in. Conceal gonna be used. But now the waves making their way here.
Sorry, I'm Felix getting popped down. That's a killing spree and a Final Slash. MP the King, one last desperate requiem. But it's AP Bren in the EVM Convention Center in front of the home crowd, performing and getting a dominant victory.
The bees are buzzing for AP Bren as they cap out the series 3-1 against Cambodia. See you soon.
A wise man would say, after a win like that, whoa,
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 whoa.
Definitely have an idea who the game MVP is probably going to be.
I know that guy.
I know that guy.
I know that. Who's that? I know that guy.
That's a good jacket there.
Is that Mara?
Well, you know, once again, there's Mara, by the way. But again, congratulations there to AP Bren. And see you soon. They can hold their head high. First one to give AP Bren a loss here and then in the series, of course. But they're going to have to recalibrate as they get sent down to the lower bracket. But let's go ahead and see what AP Bren has to say with Mara as we head on over to the stage.
Congratulations to AP Bren! All right, everybody, let me hear you say this. Bren lang? That's absolutely right. Congratulations to AP Bren. Greatest 10 player in the world. Congratulations also. We were shocked, we were surprised with the Odette pick. Actually, some of the casters were questioning in the beginning, why Odette? But you guys made it work. Whose call was that? And why did you think to make Odette come just today?
Nirequest ni Coach Bren na na gamitin si Odette. Matagal na niyang gustong ipagamit yan Tapos ayun, pinagbigyan ko lang.
So Coach Bren requested for a few to use Odette, and he's been asking for this for a long time. So finally, a few said, all right, I'll give it to you. But what is it about Odette that you saw that would make things work?
sobrang sakit kasi niya eh. Tapos parang dalawang item lang kailangan, pwede na lumaban, ganun. Naganap lang kami pang early damage.
For early damage. Because Odette is masakit. Odette, well, hurts? Hurts a lot? Okay, okay. Now, how was that experience like in terms of you knew a lot of people would doubt that pick, but you got to prove that it worked on the world stage. How did you like that performance? And will we see that again?
Possible naman na mapick ulit namin siya. Tapos, ayun, sobrang nakakatawa na napagana namin siya kasi pinapractice din talaga namin siya eh. Tapos, pagdating ng tournament, nagamit namin ng maayos.
So you've been practicing it for a long time, and he's really happy that he's able to make it work. He's been using it a lot in his other games, and he's glad that he's able to make it work here in the world stage. Now, up next, it'll be Geek Fam versus Burmese Ghouls. And if you were to choose, actually, who can answer this? If you were to choose who you would want to go up against, who would that be?
We're hoping for Geek Fam.
Geek Fam, Ogwin, Geek Fam. Bakit Geek Fam?
Baloy and Marky, gusto namin sila makapasok. Si Baloy tsaka si Marky gusto namin
Baloy and Marky, you want to be able to face Baloy and Marky. Is there something that you want to say to Geek Fam right now? Hamunin mo!
Good luck sa inyo. Lalo na yung jungle ni Marky, inaabangan namin yun.
Oh, good luck! Especially the jungle Marky. He's waiting for you. But you know, there's also a chance that you get to meet Burmese Ghouls. You already got to face them. If you were to face Burmese Ghouls again, do you think that it would be a little bit harder, or the fate would just be just the same?
Tingin ko medyo macha-challenge kami kasi medyo malakas din talaga yung Burmese Ghoul nung nakatapat namin sa group stage.
He thinks they'll be challenged because Burmese Ghouls was really strong when they were able to face him in the group stage. So you don't think it'll be the same outcome this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe we have
just a harder time.
Yes, harder time.
Just a harder time.
Wala gawin si Flap.
Flap?
Yung hawi ni Kaida.
Okay. There's a special request in here. Okay, so. But that's okay. I can stay away. I can go like this. So yesterday, they were saying that I made Kyrie sweep his hair, comb his hair with his hand, and all the ladies went wild. So now Flap Teasy. So now, Few comes up to me and says, Ate Mara, Flap wants to do this because you made Kyrie do this. So okay, I'll give Flap Teasy a chance to do this, okay? You can take off your mask, that's okay. I'll step here. Okay, you can actually turn around first. Flap, turn around first and pretend when you go around that you're gonna see your crush. The most beautiful woman in the world. Let's see how you're going to look at her in 3, 2, 1. Dun, 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 dun. I think a lot more ladies cheered today for Flap TZ. Once again, what do you want to say to the fans? Sige nga, Flap, what do you want to say to the fans? Message to the fans.
Thank you po sa pag-support sa amin. Sana supportahan nyo kami hanggang finals.
Thank you to everyone who supported, and he hopes that you support them all the way to the finals. All right, everybody, once again, Bren Long. Congratulations to AP Bren. They move on to the upper bracket semifinals. We're going to break it down for you, and we're going to go back to our casters. Pasok.
Thank you so much, Mara, and also to AP Bren again. Congratulations. Flap, I think Kyrie's shivering right now. But again, great to see them perform, have some fun. True. Their outfits, their kicks look great, by the way. And
they got that drip.
They got that drip, right? Now, this game, this series, it was very, very in favor of AP Bren. And you heard them, too. They would love to actually see them go against, was it Geek Fam?
Geek Fam.
Ahead of them.
Geek Fam.
So very interesting words too that we heard there, cheering on their fellow Filipinos, and we'll see how that all kind of plays a part because that matchup's later, right? We have to see really where that happens because they even talked about Burmese Ghouls a little bit. So Real quick, MVP of that last game there is going to be none other than Super Marco, like we expected. The 11-1-3 performance, very dominant here on this Brody.
The MVP, the man of the match, Super Marco, shredding the side lanes, taking turrets and their gold, pushing his way through, and having this damage outcome was just inevitable at a certain point. Having all these damage items and not even taking the boots into consideration, he just goes for a full itemization here in terms of the damage only. With a kill participation of 70%, like having even a 70% on a Brody, even though he was supposed to be focusing on the Bruno matchup where Bruno won 80% of these matchups up against the Brody, but yet we see here that the odds or the numbers are not for the favor of the Bruno anymore. Flapteasy at some point was so annoying to Team SYS, taking those 3 kills in the early game. And not just that, also we have seen Ogwayne once and again dealing or like making a lot of casualties for the side of Team SYS. Once he uses his final slash, making them all out of position. Super Marco at this point with his damage won the monster kill, even though it was so near. Even though he was like half HP, he managed to take his life.
Yeah, even looking at the positioning here, right? A lot of the time, Super Marco's was working with the distance that they had, but eventually, you know, the damage is insane from this Brody pick. And it really makes sense why they went with this kind of draft here, building around that. Very tanky front line, ability to peel if he needs it, ability to pop the nether realm for a lot of these situations. And, you know, that just kind of all fell into place here, allowing AP Brent to be very dominant, to be very strong and confident in a lot of these approaches here. And why it worked so well. And, you know, again, looking back at Super Marco's performance on that Brody, who statistically, yes, has not done very well against the Bruno, but this time, the tables were turned.
Yeah, and I'll tell you with full confidence that at this final moment for Team AB Brand, they didn't go in for the finish. They wanted to have a wiped out at some point because they wanted to finish, and they wanted to finish clean. So let's look here at the statistics given to us, 20-8 when it comes to the kills. Also the gold lead, 11 almost, or like 12 gold lead, and 12k gold lead. And we have seen such thing for the games where AB Bren were on the winning side. But here we can see that Kosei at this point, or at this match, wasn't served or like wasn't helped as much as the game they won. So looking at that, he was trapped in this gold lane. He couldn't move an inch. And at some points, I told you guys, he was so zoned by Super Marco and his damage and also his teammates.
Yeah, and even looking at this, again, Flapteasy starting a lot of that momentum early on, building into, you know, where this kind of all fell into place for AP Bren here. The disparity when we looked at that, the gold, the items alone, was a big reason why AP Bren was able to take a lot of those early fights, those mid-game fights, and lead into this. Even when you look across from this, right, Boxy the King being that sandbag for the team here, it just, unfortunately, the Minotaur, although we saw it banned out constantly, it wasn't enough to deal with this kind of lineup from AP Bren that was thrown at them.
And if we take a look at the entire damage dealt, despite the fact that Super Marco had such a big lead in the game, take a look at that damage dealt, right? Kusei wasn't actually too far behind. And now it's just the question of why the Bruno has such a massive win rate compared to the Brody so far M5. When realistically we saw the rates, it was 50,
we saw the
49.
theoretical,
The theoretical one, it's a bit closer, and we definitely got to see that a bit more here. How does the Brody win against the Bruno? Snowball, bro. If the Brody gets a snowball from the start,